once again, we have all this stuff being raised to another power, power to a power. And so if I have m to the negative 3 to the negative 2, I'll take these powers, multiply them together. That'll give me m to the positive 6. You know, one thing I should mention, I'm really trying hard right now to not these negatives freak me out, because I really am just going to be multiplying them or sticking them on numbers to take them to a power. So like when I get to this 5 over here, it's not an exponent, it's a coefficient. So this negative 2 just becomes a power on the 5. It becomes 5 to the negative 2. And I'll deal with what that means in a bit. I'm not going to think about it too much right now. And then if I have p squared times negative 2, it's a power to a power. Multiply those powers together. That'll give me p to the 4th. Now that I've successfully taken this negative 2 and distributed it to each part of this problem successfully, I just need to look at what I have left and deal with what's left. So this m to the 6th, totally fine, because it's got a positive exponent, no worries. This p to the 4th, oh, that should be a negative 4. Please forgive me. That p to the negative 4 is not okay. I can't have a negative exponent. This 5 to the negative 2, also not okay. So we'll take them one step at a time. Since I can't have a negative exponent, the way to deal with this is to put it on the other side of the fraction bar. So this will come to the top. I'll have a 5 squared on the top. The m to the 6 is fine where it is. And then this p to the negative 4 also can't have a negative exponent, so that'll pop to the top as well. P to the 4th. And now that we're here, this looks much easier, right? We're all calm. Everyone knows how to find 5 squared. It's 25. M to the 6th. P to the 4th. And there's nothing else to do. So, you know, we're either putting that exponent on the coefficient where it is, or multiplying things together. And then we'll just deal with these negative exponents one at a time until we get an answer that looks good. Hopefully, every step of the way, the problem looks a little bit simpler than it did before until it looks totally easy. You know how to reach me if you need to, so please email me if you have questions. Okay, we're going to take this one step at a time. We'll deal with this part of the problem first. This 2 is an exponent, so I'm going to just take this 2 to the 2nd power. This g cubed is, that 3 is an exponent, so 3 times 2, g to the 6th. That 4 is an exponent, so 4 times 2, m to the 8th. And of course, 2 squared is 4, g to the 6th, m to the 8th. Phase 2, this guy. So everything here, these are all basically exponents. So g to the 5th to the 4th is g to the 5 times 4 is 20. M squared to the 4th, m to the 8th. I'll say if you start finding your wires getting crossed, think about what things mean. G to the 5th to the 4th means g to the 5th times g to the 5th times g to the 5th times g to the 5th. You'd have 20 g's when it was all said and done. So you can always kind of talk yourself out of being confused if you just remember what these little numbers are telling you to do, what they actually mean. Now, there's nothing more to simplify with this, so this would just be g to the 20th and another m to the 8th. Now we're being asked to multiply these two things together, so I would go, when I'm doing these types of problems, I go take care of coefficients first, and then you take the variables in alphabetical order. So there's nothing to put that 4 with, so it's just a 4. If I had g to the 6th multiplied by g to the 20th, I'd have 6 g's being multiplied together and 20 more g's being multiplied together for a total of 26 g's, so I could just add those together, add the exponents. And then m to the 8th times another m to the 8th means I have 8 m's being multiplied with another 8 m's is a total of 16 m's being multiplied together. Just add those exponents. So keep your brain calm, take it one step at a time. If you get confused, think about the meaning of the numbers, or think about the idea that if you're being asked to multiply, you'll add exponents. If you're being asked to take an exponent, you'll multiply exponents. Those little things will help you as you kind of go through these problems and they start to seem more challenging.